Hello chaps, hello boys. I'm getting on quite nicely with these British first, these are the 28th, aren't they? I haven't started on the first foot yet, so basically I've done a lot of whites, I've done a lot of greys, so I'm basically just doing, can you see that? Basically doing the blanket rolls at the moment with a 00 brush. Is it 00 or is it 30? No, 200 Royal Taklon, very nice. Got them from the art shop the other day. Haven't done the water bottles yet, which will add a nice bit of blue colour. Put him down there. Get another geezer. Can you see that one? Yeah. See, there's a lot of nice white. And you get them up there. No, it's too dark. There's a lot of nice white strapping on there. I've done the first coat of white, so I just need to do another coat on there. So yeah, I'm really enjoying painting these guys because they're very nice figures to paint, these Italeri, so I shall be doing more of these because I discovered I'd ordered another box from Amazon the other day when I spent my 40 quid from the mobile phone geezers. I've been listening to Carmen all afternoon. Maria Callas. She's a bit shrill though for my liking, but I do like that opera. The only one I do like, to be honest. What I've also been doing is I've started on the call to arms foot artillery as well. I got, not that one, this one here. I need to zoom out a bit, but yeah, anyway, I started doing the Royal Foot Artillery call to arms. I haven't done any cannons for quite some time, so I will give you a quick little view around the desktop at the moment. Once I just do a few more of these backpacks. See, Pinky's video had over 100 views on it when I just looked just now, and I'm sure he's going to get quite a few more for his rant of the century. And I think he's got a good point there, as has Ringo. He's also chipped in with his ideas on this limited edition, and it's limited to 3, and then them all appearing on eBay immediately, which does really take the pee, doesn't it? That people are just profiteering from this. It's like when people were buying shares in the 80s in things we already owned, like British Gas, British Telecom, what else was there? There was gas, there was electricity, there was the telephone company, and you know, I knew people, accountants mainly, who were all greedy sods, who were, you know, applying for these things in their wives' names, their daughters' names, their sons' names, their aunties' names, just to basically grab as many, say, BT or gas shares as possible, and then sell them the next day and make, you know, a quick 50 quid profit, which is a disgrace. And of course we all could have bought them if we'd applied, but I didn't apply for any of those at all, because being a dyed-in-the-wool northerner, I didn't see why I should be buying into something I already owned. But of course my accountant mates have no qualms, scruples, morals whatsoever. It was just all about a quick profit. So I'm afraid I'm not like that. If I was money driven, I wouldn't be working in a university, that's for damn sure. It's not all about money. I might move this camera angle a bit. I have to get this quite close to actually get them in, you see, that's the problem. So I don't know how much of this you're getting, because I'm not looking over my shoulder at the camera every 2 minutes, but these are damn nice figures to paint, you know. Don't know what colour to do these little boxes on the back here. So I'll have to look that up. That's the last thing I need to do when I've finished all these grey bits. And I got an email yesterday, I think it was from Amazon, saying there is a 2-volume copy of Napoleonic uniforms, usually retailing at 200 quid, special limited edition offer 85 quid. So I thought, I'll have that. So I leapt into action, posted it instantly to my wife with the heading, "This is all I want for Christmas," because indeed that would be all I want for Christmas. I've already got my 2 front teeth, so well, started losing a few, but my front teeth are all there. A few of the back ones are gone though. So yeah, hopefully I'll put a link up to that, by the way, because it's not often you see something reduced from 200 quid to, I think it was 85 anyway, might have been 88, but it wasn't. It was a massive reduction anyway. And of course we've been showing a lot of books on YouTube recently with Blue Share, and Ringo's been out buying some as well, of course, and Gurchin, Jerry, was showing his books as well. I've shown a few of mine, so when I do get that one, I'll be showing that one. If I don't get that one, my wife is going to find herself on a short trip to the divorce courts, I think, which is only fair. I'm a cruel man, but fair, like Duggan Dinsdale Piranha. I won't nail her head to the coffee table though. Well, not since the last time. Or split her nostrils open with a crowbar. I think you can see that, can't you? Yeah, you can, which is nice. Makes a nice change. Probably a nice change actually seeing me painting something rather than looking at stuff I've already done. Nice to see Mr. Super Chippy putting his visage online for the first time. He's come out, basically. I always had this impression he looked just like James May from Top Gear, because to me he sounds a little bit like him, but no offence, mate. But certainly a lot younger than I thought he would be. I thought he'd be, you know, more or less my age. But he's not. He's a younger lad. And I was watching Blucher a couple of days ago, and he was giving me a very good mention about my hussars being completed. And I showed this to my daughter, and she said, "You're famous on YouTube. And who's that guy? Is he your cousin?" Which tickled me. These are such nice figures to paint, you know. I don't know how many of you guys have done them before. Probably quite a lot of you, but I well recommend these. Another thing I've been doing today is, because I've been off sick, just with a horrible cold and nasty throat, because the thing is, if I go into work and I've got a bad throat, I know tomorrow I've got to do 20 student induction talks, one after the other, for 3 days. So that's an awful lot of talking to do, and if I'm sat at work jabbering away, answering phone calls, dealing with lecturers coming in through the door wanting stuff, and phone calls going on with various other schools ringing me up for all sorts of things, then my voice isn't going to last for the induction. So I had to put my public first, you know, because I have to be able to perform, and I don't like letting them down, all these brand new students, because we want to get their 9 grand out of them, which we only keep if they stay the first 3 months. So I'm just using a mixture of white and black here for this grey. I'm not using a grey paint, it's just mixed up myself. So as I've done them in 2 different stages, there'll be some nice variation there. So once the grey is done, I'll be doing the straps over the backpacks now. There was one I've done already. Here he is. So I don't know if you can see that, but so this one's getting near to completion. So I'm rattling through these quite rapidly, actually, probably because they're such nice ones to paint. Let's see the drummer boy there. I painted him red at first and then realised he's actually got to be yellow. Tried to paint him in white again and then repaint him in yellow. Such is life, eh? When you're in a rush. Oh yeah, what was I saying? Yes, another thing I did today. I've got some old Prince August moulds, and for my 50th birthday last year, there was a collection at work and they said, what would you like? So I said some lead or pewter and some extra Napoleonic mould, so I ended up getting some French Lancers, French Lancer mould, a mould for horses, well, one horse, so basically all the horses are the same because it's just the one mould. I got some French Infantry, French line infantry mould. I got some French artillery mould, and I got a British 6-pounder cannon mould and a French mould that does, I think it's 6 and 9 or 9 and 12 pounders. So basically that was gonna provide me with quite, and yeah, I got the extra lead as well, and what I've been doing is melting down Games Workshop figures of Lord of the Rings guys, because I'm never gonna paint those. I got them given to me for free anyway, and I'm sure people are going to be jumping up and down and saying it's sacrilege and shouldn't really melt down figures, but as I say, I wasn't going to use them and I'd got them for nothing, so I've basically been melting those down with the extra lead that I've got to make 12 lancers, 12 horses, some French cuirassier as well. I got French cuirassier mould, Prince August. These guys up here, actually, let me just take this camera off a minute, just pause. The moulds that I got for the French artillery guys, and they're a bit naff, these Prince August things, but you know, they're toys basically, and they look like toys. They look like, you know, old-fashioned lead soldiers really. The moulding on them is pretty rubbish. There's not much on the facial features of them. There's not a lot of detail on them, but basically you can just churn out as many men as you like when you need them. You know, all these guys at the back here, these are all British Prince August British infantry moulds as well, and those just churn out and churn out and churn out. I've got quite a lot of those, and I don't mind, you know. They are toy soldiers basically. You don't expect anything too special from them, and I quite like moulding every now and then, casting, filing them down, and it's cheaper than actually buying them. Whereas the plastic ones, of course, are very, very cheap anyway. Back to my mate Blucher, up in the Black Country. He was rightly having a go about the Airfix leaning to the left problem. So I've got round that by making my own bases, tic-tac box, cut to shape, and I was using milliput to make the bases, but that is quite an expensive product, so I thought I'd have an experiment, and I just went round the corner to Fulham Timber, who do sort of DIY stuff, and I found an all-purpose filler. I think it was about £2 or something like that, and I checked that it would work on wood and metal, which it does, so it's fine, because I'm sticking it on these bases. There's a few I started doing, and I tell you what, it's a hell of a lot cheaper than milliput. these geezers here. So these are airfix, and basically you can just, this was my first attempt by the way, so I might sand it down a little bit, but it's all going to be flocked anyway, because that's the thing, you can file it down once it's set, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper, as I say, than milliput. So that's one I've nearly finished coating, so I'll just fill in the gaps of that. And this one, these two light infantry guys, is milliput. Well, so what's the difference? You know, it's white. You can stick it on wooden bases, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper and less faff as well. You know, with milliput you have to mix it, don't you? And roll it out, and you get it all over your fingers, and you faff around with it, and it was great for doing bases. But if I can just do it with cheap filler, why the hell not? So I'll be doing that. How's Napoleon getting on? There's Larry, darling Larry. Just done a quick wash over him, and Napoleon's horse, I might have another go at that actually. I tried just doing white with a thin white black wash on it, and it hasn't come out too good. Just about finished that one, that horse as well. He's on one of my customised bases. Doing the, started on the British foot artillery. There's Napoleon. So I've just done a quick go on him. First bit of grey I've put on him. So he's, oops, I nearly knocked me water over there. So I shall be doing a little bit more work on him as well. Just take you around the guys here. Just move my magnifying glass out of the way. So these are starting to look as if they're getting somewhere. This was the Joshua Swan challenge. Did I show you these last time? Probably. Just done a bit more on these guys as well. So lots on the go. And I really need to start getting some of these guys completed as well. But I'm just, you know, getting stuck into the painting first, really. So I've got quite an army going here, haven't I, really? So that's a quick update. Alright guys, see you soon. Let's just get back to the final. See, I'm enjoying doing these wings on them. Because that really brings out the effect. If these were 28mm, of course, it would be easier because they're a slightly bigger figure. But I'm sticking with 25mm for the moment to see what can be done with those, and so we shall see what we shall see. Okay, bye for now. I think I might use this as the thumbnail actually. Why not, eh? Why not?